An entire video on exhaust manifolds may sound boring, but this emotional roller coaster led to my soul leaving my body more than once, and it's time to tell you the full story. I bought my 2013 Subaru BRZ with its check engine light on. Knowing nothing about engines, or how to check them, I took the owner at his word, and he said that the car simply needed a tune and then it would be perfectly fine. But when I got home and acquired an OBD2 reader, which I probably should have done before buying the car, I discovered that the car was running lean, meaning there's too much air versus fuel in the system. What I didn't know yet was that the air and exhaust were leaking through not one, but 4 different parts of the car. The first hole was repaired by a local mechanic for about $180 who replaced the air intake hose, and so it was my job to find and repair the 3 remaining culprits. Sealing one tailpipe and blowing air through the exhaust with soapy water sprayed on the components let me look for bubbles, which reveals where air is coming through.
Well, we found a leak. That was fast.
Now, there's no way this leak is causing all those problems. I don't really know where to lift cars from. While the intake hose was repaired, I still found bubbles on and around the catalytic converter, the performance headers, and every connection point of the aftermarket exhaust. So basically, just about everywhere you could possibly have a leak. Now this video slightly overlaps my last one, where I was dealing with a broken clutch, which is linked in the description if you want to see that. So I decided to ignore the exhaust leaks for a bit while focusing on getting the car moving. However, after the second mechanic installed my new clutch, he noticed that my exhaust was missing something. I purchased this BRZ with a Perrin exhaust installed. It looks and sounds pretty nice. It actually scared me at first because it was louder than what I was used to, but it grew on me over time. But the last owner neglected to add flange gaskets. These soft and cheap parts seal the joints of the exhaust and take basically no effort to add on, so I have no idea why they were missing. But it was not a good sign of what else he could have possibly been slacking on if he couldn't even put a flange gasket in the car. But lucky for me, the mechanic did me a solid, and while replacing my clutch, went ahead and threw on some flange gaskets at no extra cost, which means that 2 of my 4 leak sources were officially repaired. Unfortunately though, the third crack was not going to be quite as simple because it was straight down the center of my catalytic converter. Now, even if you don't care about cars at all, first of all, thanks for still watching, but you've probably heard of this component simply because they're always targeted by thieves because they are so expensive. Your car doesn't technically need a working cat. In fact, many owners specifically remove them from the car entirely. However, there is no chance your car is going to pass inspection if you do have to get your car inspected. And I would like this build to be relatively street legal, at least for now. I've been Uber driving part-time, and I actually drove a passenger to a muffler shop that he spoke highly of because he was picking up his BMW. So I decided I would go ahead and schedule an appointment of my own and get this done once and for all. And they quoted me $1,500. They said that the crack was irreparable. I immediately got a tummy ache from seeing that quote, and I left, completely disappointed and having wasted my day. So it was time for a new plan. Now, Subaru BRZs come stock like most other cars. They're fitted with a manifold that collects all of the car's gases before they're pushed through the catalytic converter and then out through the actual exhaust pipes. However, the previous owner removed this exhaust manifold and replaced it with $1,500 JDL performance headers. So this is an aftermarket setup. I thought it was the stock headers on here, but no. It's some, I don't know what this is, but it's just 4 random pipes. And then the catalytic converter is here. The shop told me it's so bad that I need to give them $1,500 ASAP if I want it fixed. I don't know anything about, that doesn't look too bad to me. Anyway, these are extremely rusted, so I'm gonna spray them down. I'm hoping that because I bought an OEM from an FRS, a 2015 FRS, I think it was, with like 75,000 miles. And so this will all be switched out. I'm hoping that that doesn't matter and that they didn't change anything. I don't know anything about headers, so hopefully it's all the same connections and stuff. It's just, I was very surprised to take this off and discover that, oh wait, this is not what I thought it was. I didn't even know what parts were on my own car. If I switch this back to stock, is it gonna be slower or sound worse? I guess we're gonna find out. I feel like this is kind of fixable. I don't know. It really doesn't look that bad. Okay, I'm really hoping this doesn't spray me in the face. So I went to eBay and discovered a small handful of listings for the stock BRZ manifold.
Oh, it smells really bad.
With working cats on them for much cheaper prices than repairing my dumb little stupid JDL headers, and also cheaper than buying straight from Subaru. But surely, removing some curvy pipes don't really have any effect on performance, right? So I purchased a manifold for $200, only for the seller to not ship it. And then I purchased a second one for $371, and eBay refunded the first one. God, everything's so hot. I only ran the car for like 2 minutes. Okay, I didn't film it. I was so frustrated. I spent 20 minutes trying to get this bolt off, and it was so satisfying when I got it off. I was hammering wrenches and using other... It was rough, but I got it. And now I have to do it a second time, but I can't see this one. Oh, it's gonna be so hard to access. I wanna be done. I wanna just drive the car. All right, I think it's gonna come out. Okay, it might actually fall. Okay, how heavy is this? Because I'm gonna try and hold it with my left arm.
Hold it with both arms.
Okay, all right, here we go. Oh, that was so close to my face. Oh yeah, I got a manifold off for the first time ever. I popped my manifold cherry. This was my first time working on a car's exhaust, and it was a serious struggle for me. It was all extremely foreign, every bolt was in pretty poor shape, and I was probably just lacking actual physical strength for this job. But on the bright side, I discovered the fourth and final leak during this removal. Missing gaskets between the header joints as well. The car was completely gasketless for some reason. And if you were ever curious what a BRZ sounds like with no manifold or headers on at all,
that was so cool.
that is so annoying. It smells terrible. Maybe someday I will straight pipe the Subaru, but not today. I guess I should clear this cobwebs out. Oh, does it matter which way the gasket goes?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
All right, here we go. Oh God. Imagine if I had tried to lower the transmission myself. I can't even do this. Oh. Yeah, noodle arms are not suitable for manifold changes yet. I don't know how to do it. Oh wait, I think I got it. Oh yeah. Okay, we did it. Well, I did it, you did nothing. I don't know why it's not lining up. It's like a quarter of a centimeter off. This is a terrible idea. This is a horrible idea. This is such a bad idea. But after spending a painstaking and kind of embarrassing 7 hours under my car with the company of some people on Discord, so if you want, you can join the Discord server at discord.gg/goherping, because I stream a lot of this stuff there in video calls. But after the 7 hours, it was replaced. Yeah, I think it sounds worse. I just cleared the OBD codes. So for the first time ever in 16 months of ownership, there's no check engine light. So I guess I'm just gonna drive it and hope that it doesn't turn on. Even if it does turn on, I think it'll pass emissions testing now, so I'll still go and try and get it inspected. I hope it works. That'll be pretty cool. Doesn't sound as good, but okay, first impressions. It's definitely quieter, and I don't smell exhaust, and I mean everything seems to be working. I'm so scared I forgot to do something, but I don't think I forgot anything. The AC still doesn't work, so I'm curious to drive with the windows up for now, just to see if any exhaust gets in the cabin. So far so good, I guess. I get a little anxious because it's like, I don't know, I did everything myself, and I kind of don't really know what I'm doing. It's weird. I'm just so used to the noise. It's really quiet now. I turned my noisy, stinky, peppy little sports car into an actual Prius. It's like substantially slower. I'm in third gear. It's normally very... It was quiet, sluggish, boring, and the worst part, it was now literally slower than a Prius. I had absolutely no idea that some curvy metal pipes could have such a huge effect on the joy you can get out of a car. The shifting is a lot smoother, but it's a lot slower. Like, it feels like there's no torque at all. Like, it's never shifted this smoothly before. I don't know, this is very, So sure, the check engine light was off. Shifting the car was incredibly easy because, well, there's less power, so it was just not as hard to shift. And also, I smelled no exhaust. For the first time, I was not being gassed in my own vehicle. I just unpowered my car. But I was so bored and so sad that I just wanted to start crying. It feels so nice, but it doesn't go anywhere now. So even in neutral, it revs so slowly. Did I do something wrong, or is this just what BRZs are like? I just couldn't stop asking myself this whole drive, how did Subaru have the gall to create a car with such awesome handling? I think I need to do this again. I think I need to buy more headers. I think I need aftermarket headers. Such perfect weight distribution and such eye-catching looks when it's so incredibly slow. This is what stock BRZs are like. People actually pay for this. I'm flooring it right now in second gear. Like, who could possibly enjoy this? I was riding through beautiful back roads on a warm, bright, sunny day. My windows were down and my car was finally working, but all the while, I was experiencing every stage of grief at once. I was destroyed by this. The next day, I gave the Subaru another drive in the hopes that I was just overreacting yesterday and it actually wasn't that bad. But the disappointment was still immeasurable. I preferred it when it was broken. It looked like the only way I would ever enjoy this car again was by forking over another $1,500 that I did not have to a mechanic, and so the car wasted away in my garage once again. But this time it was not because I couldn't drive it like the last time it sat. This time it was simply because I couldn't get myself to drive it. I can't believe I fixed my car and I'm sad about it. Or I could switch it back to the other one after I get it inspected. I could just, every inspection I could change it back to the broken catalytic converter. Well, I'm at the inspection place. The cabin's not filling with fumes, which is very unusual. I'm not used to this. And I can turn traction off now. So a while later, I decided I would email my mechanic, the one that I actually like. He did the clutch replacement, and he's the one that gave me the free gaskets without me even asking. I was like, hey, do you have any recommendations? Like, this is the situation. I hate the stock manifold. What should I do? And so a few days later, I stopped by his shop to pick it up, and he tells me it's not a pretty weld, but I think it might hold. I threw him 40 bucks in cash for the help and zipped back home to do the painstaking reinstallation that I had been dreading. No, I was not in the mood to film this a second time. I didn't even stream it to Discord, which you still can join, and I do stream other stuff there. However, with my newly gained experience, I was over twice as efficient and got it on in less than 3 hours, and I was pretty damn proud of myself. And just like that, another Subaru problem is officially behind us. Now there is still plenty to do on this car, even just with the exhaust alone. I mean, it's not tuned properly. The owner was being honest about that. Look, the tailpipes are uneven, and I highly doubt this weld is gonna last forever. However, I got a $1,500 quote down to a $40 repair, so I would say that that's not too bad, even if it doesn't last forever. But all these issues are for another day, when we get a little bit farther down the road.